My name is Tanika. I'm going to be your instructor today for class. We're going to be doing a restorative self-love yoga. So all you're going to need is a mat, a little bit of space. We're not going to do too much movement. Most of our activities and our stretches will be on the floor. But if you would like, if you have a pillow, a bolster, a rolled up towel, or a t-shirt, I will be showing how you can utilize that today just to get a little bit of extra support. Throughout your session today, so you can get the most out of it and also so that you can feel comfortable in your space and making sure we're taking care of our bodies today. Another thing to note is while we are going to be moving very, slow and relaxed, I would also encourage you to just have a water bottle nearby, just in case you need it, just to stay hydrated, which is super important. Sorry, I'm making sure that these are open. Perfect. Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and get started in a seated position. Perfect. There we go. Okay, wonderful. Let's go ahead and get started in our seated position. Legs crossed. Good. Palms facing up to the sky. Slow inhales. Deep exhales. Lovely. Maybe those eyes fall shut. Today, we just really want to focus all that energy coming back into our body, giving back to ourselves. And whether that means taking the next 30 minutes to just take a seat, close your eyes, lie down, do what you need because these next 30 minutes are entirely for you. Let's take one more inhale, starting to channel that energy into our heart center. Big breath out. Good. Gently rolling those shoulder blades up to the ears, bringing them back down. Another one. Starting to pay attention to where the tension in our body is, any tightness, opening up that space. Good. Alrighty, slowly starting to roll our neck out, bringing the ear down to our opposite shoulder, taking it as slowly as you need, chin back down to chest. And if you are feeling a point of tightness or tension, go ahead and just hold there, maybe opening up that space a little bit, playing with the angle of the neck by changing where the chin is lowering or lifting. Give me 2 more cycles of breath here. Good. Last big inhale. Final exhale, and let's go in the opposite direction now. So rolling that opposite direction, you might feel that tightness, even a gentle pinch on the other side. So go ahead and hold there whenever you need to just allow that little bit of release. Now our neck carries a lot of tension in our body. So being very patient, we might not find the openings immediately. We might not create all the space we're looking for right away. But with patience, it will come. For one more big inhale. One more big exhale. Great job. And release. Gently shaking out that neck just a little bit. Wobble, wobble. We're going to take those arms opening nice and big to the front of the room, splaying our fingertips back behind us, maybe leaning our chest forward slightly. You need something a little bit extra, go ahead and take those hands, interlacing our fingertips behind our back, and then send our knuckles back behind us. So again, this is opening up our chest and our heart center. Maybe those eyes fall shut, maybe that chin lifts. Beautiful job. For one more inhale. One more exhale. And release. Shaking out those arms, shoulders, neck. Beautiful job. Let's bring it in the opposite direction. Bring our hands around our shoulders here, giving ourselves a nice hug to the favorite person in the world. Let those elbows reach up to the sky, just like we did before. And now exhale, curving the spine entirely, bringing those elbows down towards our legs. This might be enough for you. If you like, you can lean all the way forward, taking those elbows onto the floor. This is a great opportunity if you would like to get that bolster or pillow involved. If the floor is feeling a little bit too far, taking ourselves forward, maybe bring our elbows onto our bolster or our forehead. Giving ourselves a nice caressing, warm embrace here. For one more inhale, one more exhale. Good. Inhaling back up. Let's switch sides. So alternating whichever arm is over top. Giving ourselves another nice squeeze here. Inhaling those elbows up to the sky. Exhale, curving into our belly. Nice, gentle, warm squeeze. And then bringing our chest forward. Resting on the floor or on our pillow or our bolster. Whatever support you're needing right now, because truly, we always could use a good hug. Giving ourselves one more big inhale. One more deep exhale. Good. Inhale, bring ourselves back to center, releasing those arms, shaking them out again. This time we're going to take those hands all the way up to the sky, reaching nice and long. Good. And then on our exhale, placing our hands back onto the mat, coming forward. So again, if your bolster's there for support, you can reach as far as feels good to you. You can also bring a pillow underneath your glutes here if that feels good there. You should be feeling this kind of through the low back. Now we're going to get into each side. So we're going to take our left hand all the way to the edge of the mat, and then we're going to bring our right hand over top. My hope for you is that you keep your glutes, your sit bones on the floor here, and then allow yourself to lower down. You should be feeling this through the right side body, right side of our lower back. So continuing that breath here for one more inhale, one more exhale. Good. Inhale, walking ourselves over to the other side of the mat. Right hand goes to the corner, left hand goes over top. And again, you can kind of play with this angle as you start to shift, maybe feeling it more in the shoulder as we lower that left shoulder blade down, or feeling it more in the low back as we press that left hip towards the floor. Whatever you're needing today, make those adjustments accordingly. For one more inhale. One more exhale. Beautiful. And inhale, walking ourselves back to our center. Good. Let's go ahead and roll forward. So bringing our shoulders over our wrists, knees underneath our hips, getting into a tabletop position. Beautiful job. So taking those feet, toes down to the floor and pressing our glutes back, just getting a nice little stretch here. Good, and then coming forward again, little wrist rocks. So feeling this gentle movement, maybe we're starting to create space through the soles of the feet. Maybe we're starting to create space through the front of the shoulders and the wrists. Finding gentle breath here. Inhale as we move forward. Exhale as we press back. And again, if this is too intense on the knees, you can also bring a pillow or towel underneath the knees for just a little extra comfort and support. Get two more as we exhale back. Inhaling forward, last time, exhale, pressing back. Good, inhale, coming forward. All right, we're gonna create a little bit of warmth now, just so our bodies can feel that space. So we're gonna walk the knees back, so we create a nice long line with our torso. On our exhale, bending through the elbows and lowering all the way down, slow, 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 to the floor. Good job. In this position, we're going to take those hands, pressing into the mat, just the front of the chest, baby cobra, elbows go down towards the floor. Exhale, lowering down. Let's take those hands back closer to the ribs. Inhale, pressing all the way up, full cobra. Maybe you feel this in the low back. Maybe this feels good to hang on to just a little bit. Maybe rocking side to side. Good. And exhale, lowering back down. We're going to tuck those toes, and on our inhale, you've got an option to keep the knees on the ground or press all the way back up through the knees, then send the hips to the sky for our downward facing dog. Now in this position, make adjustments as you need. Those heels are pressing down into the ground, and as we're pressing into the floor, push those shoulder blades and chest back towards the thighs. We're not here for too long, but this is really great to kind of open up that space. Alrighty, next we're going to inhale, take our eye gaze forward to our hands. You can step, hop, or walk your feet to meet your hands in a forward fold. Now you can take peace sign fingers here. You can bend through the knees for some more depth. You can hold on to the elbows. See what you need, but we're just gonna hang out for a little bit. So maybe rocking side to side, feeling this through the hamstrings. If you'd like a little bit more support, you can always grab onto your thighs as well to go a little bit deeper. So see what you need for one more inhale. One more exhale. Good. Inhale, we're gonna glide our hands up to our shins, flattening out the back. Nice halfway lift. Good, looking straight ahead. Exhale, lowering back down. Get a slight bend in those knees. And then on our next inhale, we're gonna swoop the sky all the way up, reaching to the ceiling. Hands come together, palms together. Exhale, taking your hands to heart center. Beautiful job. So the shoulder blades are gonna roll down and back. Take a breath here. Beautiful. We're gonna increase our range of motion through the shoulders here as we also assist with opening our chest. So inhale up to the sky. Good. Exhale, those hands are coming down through our heart center, and then we're gonna bring them to our back. So turning those elbows back, chest is pressing forward. Gentle bend in the knees here. We're gonna push into our lower back, sending our elbows down, chest lifts, shin lifts, supported camel position. So big thing, try not to lock out the knees here, and take as much as you need. Then when you're ready on your exhale, lowering back down. Hey, gliding those hands down the backs of the legs, coming to that forward fold. Beautiful job. We're gonna do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift, hands glide up to the shins. Exhale, lowering all the way down, slight bend in those knees. Inhale, swooping the fingertips up to the sky. Good, exhale, hands lower, coming to our low back. Inhale, pushing those hips forward, chest open, big heart center here. And then exhale, lowering all the way back down. Beautiful. Alrighty, planting our hands onto the floor here. We're gonna step our left leg back into a low lunge position. You can drop that back knee for a little bit more support. And again, you can use a pillow or a towel or a blanket for that back knee. So in this low lunge position, you're welcome to stay right here if that feels good for you. If you would like, you can also bring the hands up to the thighs. What that's gonna do is open up this hip flexor a little bit more. And then your final option will be to take crescent moon. So those hands are gonna come interlacing like we did before. Pointer fingers pressing down to the back of the mat. So that's gonna open up the chest as we open up that hip flexor. This is a really beautiful heart opener as well. So you're welcome to stay right here if that feels good to you, or you can join me in a little flow. So the next thing we're gonna do is release those hands, exhale, taking our chest forward so we come back to that lunge. And then as we exhale, walking the hands back as we lengthen through the hamstring. So you can see I'm just kind of sitting back. If you need a little bit more support, you can also take this pillow back behind. So again, we're sitting a little bit higher. Up to you though. Good. So you have the option to hang out here, or if you would like a little bit more intensity, you can reach those hands back, airplaning them behind us. So it's going to require a little bit of strength and balance as well as that stretch. So your options are to flow through these two positions. As we inhale, our hands come together, pointing down, crescent lunge. Good. If it feels good, you can also just take those hands to the sky. Exhale, hands release, and the airplane behind us as we take that chest forward. So moving at your own pace here, I like to take deep, deep breaths. And again, I'm going to show you a couple different of those variations, but your breaths might move a little bit faster, or you can also just hold the position if that's what feels good to you. And let's find 2 more cycles of breath here with whichever variation you feel most supported in, knowing that our hips and our hamstrings carry a lot of that tension throughout our day, depending on how much we're sitting, in what positions we're sitting. Last one, whether they're comfortable or not. Exhale, beautiful job. Ready, inhale, coming forward back to that low lunge position. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So wiggle that right foot back Good, and then take that left foot forward, low lunge position. So again, you can just kind of hang out here, maybe rocking side to side, feeling how that hip and glute is doing. But as you feel more comfortable, take those options. See, that feels good. Coming up to the thigh, reaching up to the sky, taking those hands to interlace. Whichever lunge variation gives you the most support, but also a little extra depth and challenge there. Then when you're ready, exhale, taking that left toe up to the sky, straightening out through the left leg, not locking out, still slight bend in the knees. Hands come down to the floor. So it can stay a little bit higher like this, or it can sink back a little bit deeper. See where you are today. But when you're ready, you can either hold or find that flow. And you'll see me say a lot of things. Find your flow. Take this option. Here's a variation. All I am trying to do is to help you tap into your own body. Asking that question, what does my body need in this moment? What do my hips and hamstrings want? Where is my chest? Where is my shoulder mobility at today? Because it will vary day to day. And that's the most important aspect of self-love, is knowing that we are constantly changing, but having that loving kindness for ourselves no matter what state we're in. Let's get our last big inhale. Lovely. Final exhale. Let's make it a nice deep stretch. Maybe hold a little bit longer here. Beautiful job. And inhale, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle ourselves forward. Excellent. Alrighty. We're going to take our left knee back to our right knee. Let's take those knees out wide and give ourselves a moment in child's pose. So those big toes can come to touch or they can stay at the edges of the mat. Pressing our hips back now in between our knees, hands extend forward. Again, if you need a little bit more support, you've got a pillow here that you can use to sort of let your chest just fall on top of. Or if it's feeling really intense for the upper body, you can also bring your hands palms facing down or knuckles up to give yourself a little bit of a pillow. You don't have one with you. And we're just gonna breathe here because that was all the warmth that we were creating, right? That was all about creating more heat, more mobility. And now our focus is just on our breath. Breathing in and recognizing any new space that we have created. For 2 more breaths, just being very gentle as we kind of do a light scan through our body. How are things feeling? One more inhale. One more exhale. Good. And slowly walking ourselves back up to that seated position. I'm going to move our pillow or cradle out of the way. We're going to turn onto our glutes here and sit with our legs extended. So we're going to take one leg out. I'm going to bring my left leg first. Option 1, you're going to bring that knee right into your chest and then pull those shoulder blades back. And this knee cradle might be absolutely enough for you. That's great. Option 2, we're going to take this right foot, bring it over the left side of the thigh, squeeze in. That might be enough for you. If you want a little bit more, go ahead and take that left arm and bring that elbow all the way around the front of the shin. Squeeze in. That might be enough for you. Or if you're wanting to focus more on a deeper twist, we're going to take that right hand back behind our chest, turning to the side, to the right side. Or you can also bring that left arm, elbow to the outside of the thigh. And this is one that we probably know well. So as we press our tricep or our elbow into the right thigh here, we're going to twist further to the right, maybe to the point where our chin goes over the back right shoulder. But this is all about listening to the body here, especially when we're doing spinal twists. There's a lot of muscles that protect those joints and our back, so we want to be very careful here. Finding 2 more cycles of breath. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, coming back forward. Let's go ahead and take this right ankle on top of the left thigh, gently pressing into the right knee here. So it's a figure four in seated position. Now you're welcome to hang out right here, or as you start to lean forward, you're gonna start to feel this a little bit more in the glute. Make those adjustments to your foot as necessary. Now we might just hang out. We could use our pillow or our bolster, or if it's available, we can reach all the way forward towards our toe. Listen to your body though. So we're kind of getting a double here. We're getting a stretch of the left hamstring and a stretch of the right glute. So it can be a lot. So we're not going to hang out here as long. Give me one more inhale. One more exhale. The absolute most depth you'll get. And then inhale, gliding back up again. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So that right leg goes long. Left knee comes in, squeezing on our shin, pressing that chest forward. Now that might be enough for you. Or take that left foot over to the right side of our thigh, squeezing in, maybe bringing ourselves in a gentle twist as we hold on to our leg here in this knee cradle. Or if you're wanting something a little bit more deeper in the twist, and again, as you squeeze, you're gonna feel this more in the glute. As you rotate, you're gonna feel this more in the back. So left hand comes behind us, right elbow into our left thigh. We might even get a little back crack there. So listen to your body. You don't want to overexert. We don't want to overdo it. Continuing that breath. Big open chest. Good twist here. And again, this is also going to be a bit of a shoulder stretch the more you press into that thigh. So listen to your body. Two more breaths. Last big inhale. Deep exhale. Lovely job. And release. Alrighty, taking our left ankle onto our right thigh here. Left knee presses away. Just pressing might be enough for you. But if you want, start to lean a little bit more forward. That gentle hip hinge will make a big difference. And if it's available, reaching towards our toe. That could mean our knee, shin, ankle, or our foot. Up to you. See where we are today? Something else this kind of does is your ankle is almost creating a bit of a foam roller situation, right? A little bit of massage in that quad. So if you gently want to roll that ankle, yeah, it might feel like a little massage on that side. Again, massage is such a great way to give back to our bodies because they do so much for us. So whether it's a massage from a certified massage therapist or yourself. Give me one more inhale. Exhale. Gently walking your hands back up. All right, we're gonna get a little bit of side body stretching and then we're gonna come down fully onto our mat. So options here. We're going to roll forward, or roll to our side, I should say. Taking our right knee into the center of the mat, left knee over to the side. Option one is if you have that pillow, go ahead and just feel free to roll on down and extend. So what this is going to do is open that side body, left fingertips reach the side. You can feel free to just lay down at this position if you would like. If you want something a little bit more opener, we're going to send our left leg nice and long, press our hips forward, and then extend the left fingertips over to the side of the mat. This is our open gate position. So again, this is an option. You can also be lying down on your side, just breaching. But I love this position for opening up the side body and the hip flexors, so we really don't get into our side body enough. Let's hang in here for one more inhale. One more exhale. And as we inhale, we're gonna walk our hands forward and switch sides. So our left knee comes into our center, our right toe reaches to the side of the room. Inhale, opening the chest, maybe our hand goes straight up. Maybe it reaches all the way over. And you'll feel that adjustment. Your hip should be directly over your knee here for the most support. If you're using that pillow, again, it feels like it's gonna be a small thing, but as you reach, you're really gonna feel That gentle opening through the side body as it's almost pressing up through the ribs, creating that space. So again, whichever version you're taking here, staying open breaths and keeping the chest open to the side of the room. You don't want to collapse forward. And for one more inhale, one more exhale, and walking the hands back to the center. All right, our next position we have is for our groin muscles. It's called a frog pose. So we're gonna take those knees out wide, toes are pointing directly back. So unlike child's pose where our toes come together, we're pointing back. And then gently start to sit those hips down and back. And listen to your body. If it's feeling like that's a little too intense, you can wiggle those knees in. You don't have to send the hips all the way back. They can stay a little bit higher here. This is a great time if you have that pillow to bring it down in front of you and gently allow yourself to fold forward, allowing a total release of that upper body. But again, as those hips stay high, you're gonna feel this in those groin muscles. So listen here, you can always use your fists as a pillow or again, the backs of your hands. Now this one can be pretty intense, so I just want you to keep breathing, knowing that as you're opening up this space, your body of 5 years from now, your body 10 years from now is thanking you for the 5 to 30 minutes that you're choosing to stretch today. So again, that self-love continues to snowball through our lives. Finding one more big inhale. One more big exhale. Beautiful job. And gently, slowly walking our hands back. As your chest lifts, you might even feel those hips sink deeper, getting to a different level there. And moving that pillow out of the way. And we're gonna slowly bring those knees back in, roll back to our seated position. Oh my goodness, you really felt that one. I did at least. All right, we're gently gonna roll all the way back. I'm gonna have my pillow nearby for a couple final positions here. So rolling all the way back, holding onto your knees as we rock and roll down to the floor. Beautiful job. So we already did that figure 4 seated. We're gonna take it a little bit deeper by being on our backs. So we're gonna take our right leg nice and long and bring that right ankle over our left thigh. Press that knee away. That might feel like enough for you. Option 2, take those hands to interlace behind our left hamstring. You want something a little deeper, hands to interlace around our left shin. Now I want you to breathe here because our glutes and hips carry a lot of tension, both physical and emotional. So allow yourself to breathe and really take stock of where your muscles and joints are here. And finding 2 more cycles of breath. As you breathe, think about yourself opening up that space. Super necessary. One more inhale. One more exhale. Good, and release. Switching sides, left ankle over right thigh. Interlace those fingertips either behind your hamstring or your shin. Maybe rolling out that ankle just a little bit as we continue that gentle breath. And 2 more cycles of breath here. Good, strong control, but also a lightness, giving back to our body. Last inhale. Last exhale. And release. Good, hugging those knees into your chest, rocking side to side. Find a little position for our bodies here. Let's go ahead and extend those feet up to the sky. Hands can come, fingertips, peace sign fingers around our big toes, or to the outer blades of our feet for happy baby. As we breathe, those knees are coming down towards the floor, towards our armpits here. You're welcome to rock side to side if that feels good to you. You're welcome to kind of play with the angles here, maybe moving your feet, just like a little baby would. because our lives are meant to be just a little bit more joyful. And we are our best caretakers. So making sure that you're taking that time to self-parent, to love on yourself, to give your space, to be joyful, childlike, and free. One more inhale. One more exhale. And release. Good. Now those feet can come to the floor, knees up. If that feels good to you, you can also take those feet out, knees resting on each other for support. Hands can come palm facing up or out to the side, or you can fully extend those legs in your Shavasana final relaxation pose. Options here. You can also bring those pillows underneath your knees or ankles for a little bit more support of the lower body. Or if you want deeper stretch and opening of the chest, take that pillow a long ways behind you, lean all the way back, and let yourself kind of melt over that pillow. It's going to allow your chest to open up a little bit. Now we're just going to find our breath here. In this final relaxation, taking stock of where we were at the start of today. As we've bent and shifted and twisted, hopefully we've released some tension, opening up space in our body. And as we connected our breath to movement, hopefully we found some harmony in our mind. And as we continue to hold our positions, hold our hearts, maybe we found some loving kindness. As we continue to breathe and play, hopefully we felt our own inner light. And taking those three things into the rest of our day, the rest of our week, the rest of our year, and the rest of our lives. Harmony, loving kindness, and inner light. Taking as much time as you need here. Finding that gentle breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Welcome to stay right here. Or start to wiggle those fingers and toes. Bringing awareness back into our body. You're welcome to roll onto your side in a fetal position. Or bring those knees up. However you choose to come back up to your seated position. Good. Keeping those eyes shut or opening them up, whatever feels good to you. Taking this opportunity now for a big inhale. On our exhale, we're going to give ourselves one last big hug, thanking our mind, body, and spirit for always handling with care. On our exhale, full release. Thank you all so much for joining me for this self-love restorative yoga. Once again, my name is Tanika. If you have any questions, I know we used a prop today, but again, you don't necessarily need those. You can improvise them as you go. Another reminder of some of the things that we talked about our group exercise schedule. If you're interested in any of our free offerings, we also offer massage therapy at a discounted rate. And it's such a great way to give back to yourself. If you're interested in purchasing for yourself or giving the gift of massage to someone else, feel free to email massage@vcu.edu. Once again, take as much time as you need to come out of this position or take a full nap if that's what your body's asking for. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. Take care of yourselves as we move forward into the next week coming. Thank you so much again. I appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your day.